next guest is a man of so many talents. He's a musician, lawyer, writer and political lecturer. Please welcome to Studio A, Waleed Aly. I love how we've structured the show, that we've brought on probably the most academic guest we've ever had, and we played Guess Who Farted and His French before we brought you on.
I was going to say, I thought that was my intro. And I was a bit worried.
Just Guess Who Farted? Waleed Aly.
Good to be here. Perhaps not for you.
How are you, firstly?
I'm all right. We're in the middle of an election. Like, you know, this is... Geeks like me live for this moment.
Well, I was going to say, I feel like the campaign has really kind of slowed. Is this still an exciting campaign as far as...
It was never an exciting campaign. What do you mean? Like, what's exciting about this campaign?
No, well, I thought when the spill happened, I was, you know, I'm someone who's not overly interested in politics, but when that happened, I was like, oh yeah, God, everyone's getting involved.
Yeah, let's a Labor Party smackdown.
Yeah, let's smash the place up a bit. But now it's, you know.
Well, because I think what happened is everyone thought Julia Gillard was going to come in and it was going to be a bit exciting. She was a woman. That's different.
I love it. She was a woman.
Well, I suppose
things have changed since.
Well, no, it's interesting though, because people were very excited about having a female prime minister, and women were. The polling was saying they were voting for her like they just couldn't get enough of her. And
like women.
Right.
Yeah.
And then that disappeared in about a week.
Yeah, right.
So that's the end of that. No, it's been a really exceptionally boring campaign, because if you look at it, you've got Julia Gillard, who was an interesting person until she became Prime Minister, and then became really boring really quickly. And then Tony Abbott, who's always been interesting for the wrong reasons. And then that sort of never really took off. They've all tried to be very safe. And, you know, we need a Paul Keating or... you know what I advocate? I reckon Australia needs a Silvio Berlusconi. Have you ever followed Italian politics?
Playboy.
Now that is exciting.
Yeah, I know. I've followed him just to see the glamour that he rocks up with on his arm.
Oh, it's crazy. And remember, he described Barack Obama as that quite handsome, tanned gentleman. Why don't we have that in Australian politics? Could you imagine how cool it would be to have someone that ridiculous?
Yeah, I completely agree. And I feel like you're right. The characters are there. Tony Abbott is the perfect kind of like evil character. And
but he's not. He's trying not to be.
Exactly.
I mean, the closest we get is Barnaby Joyce. Who's funny, but not deliberately funny. But he's funny.
Have you had a bit of enjoyment with Latham?
Yeah, I should say. But you know what? You have too.
Yeah, of course.
Like everyone's kind of, Mark Latham. Okay. Yes, he's a tool. Okay. But he's an entertaining tool.
Of course.
And that's kind of what we need.
Definitely. We wouldn't have had... None of our jokes in the first segment of the show would have worked.
I know,
if
without
Latham
Mark
wasn't
Latham.
around.
He was that guy stole the show.
Yeah.
Whoever that guy, the Mark Latham guy. He was great. Yeah.
Now, who's looking the best? In the race...
I'm just trying to think how you're asking that question.
In terms of Gillard...
Who's going to win?
Well, who's campaigning better? Because I would say I want Julia to win. I say that quite
I'm used to spending time at the ABC where you're not allowed to say stuff like that. Tony Abbott has campaigned better.
Okay.
Just because if you look at the polls, Julia Gillard and Labor were a long way in front, and now they're not.
That's narrow.
So over the course of the campaign, the longer the campaign's gone, the better it's got for the coalition. And I know you didn't ask for a prediction, but I'm going to give you one anyway.
Hit me.
Because anyone who makes a prediction right now is stupid. Because
Labor.
There's no way.
Oh,
no, I'll tell you. Here's my prediction. Labor will win the popular vote. That is, they will get more than 50% of the two-party preferred, and they'll lose the election.
Okay.
So now that's a very specific tip, by the way.
That is, I think
you need to realise
that you're getting about 10 to 1 on that.
I know. You realise what you've just witnessed here, my friend. No, because this happened before. This happened in '98 when John Howard won. Remember the GST election? And John Howard won the election but lost the majority vote.
Yeah.
And he snuck through. And this is Labor's problem. They get a lot of support, but in the wrong places.
Right. And so we had Adam Bant on, the member for the... Or who's running for the
seat of Melbourne for the Greens.
For the Greens, that's right. And he was saying about policies being pitched only at swinging voters, and no one's actually looking after what the majority want. Is that a fair thing to say then, based on what you just said?
That's not new. That's been around forever. That's the way our political system works. If you live in a really safe Labor or Liberal seat, you're irrelevant. You need to know that.
Yeah, just eyeballing certain people in the audience.
You in the third row, really irrelevant. No, really, it's an issue.
But politics aside, you've also got you've also got a band.
Yeah, I rock out.
Yes. Yeah. You sing. You shred.
No, I don't sing.
You don't sing?
I try not to sing. No, I shred. I'm a guitarist. But I tell you what, it's glad you mentioned that because we've got a gig on election night.
Saturday night.
And at the Empress at Fitzroy, and we're going to turn it into election party. I will do political analysis while I shred.
Yeah, awesome.
And I challenge Laurie Oakes. Here, I was going to say national TV. I challenge Laurie Oakes. Do that, Laurie. Which camera?
Laurie plays a mean oboe. I think we're going down that one.
Laurie, meet me at the Empress. We'll have a shred. Seriously.
Did you notice why?
I don't think he's got the guts, by the way. I'm almost...
Well, he literally does have the guts.
Right. I'm prepared to guarantee he won't turn up.
There we go, Laurie. The call's out there. That's a few people after Laurie. Latham hates him as well.
Oh, no, I don't hate him. I just doubt his chops.
We'll see you at the Empress on Saturday night. Go see Robot Child. Waleed Aly, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me. Good fun.